Good evening and greetings to one and all. I'm very happy to resume the alumni meet. This is the 31st alumni meet, and this Monday, so that means the 31st of July, we started. So this is again 31st and another 31st for this week. And in the very first week itself, we are going to have one of our illustrious alumni by about a decade. This is the first batch, probably which graduated when I joined, and I'm very proud to tell that I had also been the project guide for Sesha Hariharan. This is the first project set of students who I took. I have not taught class for them, but directly we worked for a project. Sesha, I'm not going to take much time. He finished his BTech. He did his master's in a very illustrious university, NUS Singapore, and then he continued to be in chemical engineering line. You will be amazed to know that the word unconventional that he has used is in the most conventional form a chemical engineer will work as a career. Many of you would like to go to a pharma industry, so then maybe Sesha is the right person to talk. And he is also taking care of projects at probably mega scale, which is something you would be interested. And what is another fascinating thing of Sesha is, apart from chemical engineer, he is very fond. He's a kind of a foodie. He likes different cuisines and photography, and he's a very avid book reader. If you have his number stored, every day you will either get a photo or you would get a review of a movie or a book. That is how he keeps himself very active, uh, uh, despite being in a life process company. So with this introduction, I would like to give it to Sesha Hariharan, and I welcome all the alumni who have joined right from US, Kuwait, Australia, India, working professionals for this talk, and also the current students. I'm sure that you will make the best use of this alumni GMeet series. Thank you, Sesha. Now it is your carry on.
Hi, good evening, guys. I mean, my voice is audible, like because I had some internet issue. Like,
Yes,
oh,
yes, you
yes,
are audible.
okay. Good evening, guys. Like, it's my pleasure to meet you all. Like on this weekend, maybe it's a weekend. All must be busy with your personal stuff. In spite of that, like you came and attend the meeting. It is so glad, like for everyone. Like, thanks everyone, like fellow junior team and other alumni also. Like, so.
I should also tell at this time that I hardly gave 2 hours time probably for Sesha Hariharan to accept. Thursday morning when I was traveling to university, I just texted him, why can't you talk? By the time I reached university, his title was ready and he has already sent the email by the time the first period is over. This is the time that he has taken to come back to the alumni, which again is a message to all the junior alumni. I think all the people who have joined are his juniors. So I can directly tell to all his junior alumni that that is something that you should take it from him as a gesture of connecting it to the alma mater. Yeah, say Sharon, carry on.
Yeah, like yeah, so like I don't want to miss this opportunity. Like like for past 1 year it is happening, but somewhere other like I couldn't able to attend the like I really want to meet and talk to other people. Like like maybe my story will may influence one or two people that I'm very happy for that. Like so I will begin my topic. It's my topic will be an unconventional chemical engineer. Like like you maybe think what is unconventional chemical engineer. Yes, I did chemical engineering before 10 years. So I really want to touch upon like you don't want to basically work in petrochemical or like hardcore chemical engineering. There is a lot scope is available for the other domains also of chemical engineering. So I really want to talk about that, and I want to touch base on pharma industry, where there will be a huge scope for chemical engineers. And so like I don't know it's how about the curriculum, but while I did my chemical engineering masters also, there may not be a huge discussion on pharma industry in curriculum also, like exposure. So after COVID, and there will be huge boom in the pharma industry, like IT industry. So there are a lot of opportunities in chemical engineers in pharma industry. And there will be a lot of core jobs also will be available in pharma industry, and non-technical jobs also available in pharma industry, like project management and business development, all those stuff. And I really want, third topic I really want to highlight is like about the books, like how it will influence engineering students, and for anyone, not only for engineering students, and for anyone, how it will influence. So I really want to talk about that. So first I will talk about the pharma industry, and I will go one by one. Like, so I did my chemical engineering in 2012. So go ahead, sir. Like, you want to talk?
Yeah, you can go ahead. You want to share something, or PPT is there, or it will be a talk directly?
No, it's a talk.
Fantastic.
That,
so go ahead.
Okay. So I will switch off my video, and I will. Is it okay, sir? Or do you want to record like
No,
the video
it is
stuff?
okay. It's okay.
Okay.
If you're uncomfortable, you can just switch off, and data also might be there, so you can.
No, I do have some internet, so I don't want to lose my.
Fine. Okay. You can carry on.
Yeah, I did my chemical engineering, guys, like on 2012. So when I was in 2011, so Naren sir joined to Sastra, like maybe on 7th sem end, he joined. Like, so we missed the opportunity to have him as our professor, anything like that, like because you guys are so much lucky, so we feel unlucky to have him as a professor. But I do have an opportunity. He's my project guide. So my project is like packed. I don't know, like I forgot also, packed bed membrane reactor, something like related to packed bed membrane reactor. So then after that, like I did my, I worked in Accenture for 1 year for IT, and then I moved on to National University of Singapore for Master of Science in Chemical Engineering. So, and I did 3 years of work experience in Singapore in, like what, before what Mr. Naren sir told, like chemical engineers will have also opportunity in quality assurance and quality control. It's not only for designing and all the stuff, production related. So there's a multiple opportunity for chemical engineers in other field or other field associated to chemical and pharmaceutical. And after that, I worked, after I moved from Singapore on 2017. So I worked in Aurobindo Pharma. So I worked as tech transfer, like, so that's the area where a lot of chemical engineering scope is there. So I worked for 1 year, and I on that organization itself, like I move on to project management. So 6 months I worked in Aurobindo. So Aurobindo, on that unit, I worked in active pharmaceutical ingredient, that plant. And after that, I moved to Chennai in 2019. So I worked in Caplin Steriles Limited as a project management. So it's a sterile injectable plant. So I'm taking care of a new product launch, new product development for multiple customers. So I now had an experience around 4.5 years in Caplin Steriles. So now I'm moving to another organization. It's L&T. So there also I'm going to do a project management for a CapEx items like a React from the installation of the equipments to commissioning of its equipment. For that, I'm doing a project management. So this is my work experience so far. Like, so first I want to touch base on pharma industry. So pharma industry is like, there was a lot of boom in pharma industry on COVID time. So there was a lot of, actually it was there, but it was highlighted in the COVID time. So basically in pharmaceutical industry, where the chemical engineering, they can able to work in different portfolios, like not only in production, they can able to have much scope in technology transfer. There is some team called technology transfer. So what's their scope is like how chemical engineers will involve from lab scale production to the industrial scale production. For example, like in lab scale, you can able to do a 5 liter or 1 liter of any batch you can able to produce. But if you can able to do a batch in industrial scale, like 50 liter or 500 liters, so there the problem will come. So all those, your chemical engineering principle, heat transfer, mass transfer, reaction engineering, all will come into the picture. So when industries will scale up from 5 ml batch, 5-liter batch to 50-liter batch or 500-liter batch, and that's where the chemical engineers came into the picture. Like they can able to understand the problem in related to chemistry wise and react and engineering wise. So they will provide the solution, like which type of reactor should use, which type of media should use, all those chemical engineering principles they will apply. And they play an important role from the development phase to till the commercial batch phase. So that's why the chemical engineering plays an important role in pharmaceutical industry. So basically, chemical industry is divided into pharmaceutical industry is divided into two functionalities. One is active pharmaceutical ingredients. So in pharmaceutical terminology, they will call it as drug substance. And second one is a drug product. So the formulation plant. So in formulation plant, there are multiple formulations like injectables, ophthalmic, oral solid drugs, topical solutions, suspension, emulsion, whatever you are intaking the drugs in day-to-day life. So that's these are the two broader classification pharmaceutical industry. So here the chemical engineers plays an important role. Like to eliminating all those scale up transition phase. And a lot of chemical engineers will also work in the design phase also, like designing of the reactors or all those distillation column, everything. In pharma, there is a lot of scope for chemical engineers. And not only in these two fields, there are a lot of chemical engineers are working in quality assurance team and R&D also. Like the quality assurance is the most important team in any pharmaceutical industry. So basically, we are in all the pharmaceutical industry, that GMP, good manufacturing practices, are most important aspects for any pharmaceutical industry. So the data integrity, all those stuff will come. So if chemical engineers know the end-to-end process perfectly, so they are a perfect role for the quality assurance, and they can also able to support in research and development also to the scientist. And in my field, like I'm doing a project management. Since I'm a chemical engineer, like I know the basics of the what is the process, like how it goes. So it will be easily associate. I can able to easily associate the process. I can able to easily associate the process what is happening inside the plant level. So that confidence will have the to handle the project to meet the project in the stipulated delivery timelines. Like so, and there is a lot of scope for the chemical engineers in project management also. So you can handle the multiple projects, and that's a different stream. So that chemical engineers will have a huge opportunity. And for business development and business analyst, all those areas, chemical engineers, I'm working with some of the chemical engineers who are the business development guys and the business analyst and project management guys. So in project management, you don't want to go deeply into technical, but if we have the chemical engineers principles, that will be easily preferable for major companies, major big multinational companies like Biocon, Syngene. So the basic criteria, what is they're asking is project management. Chemical engineers is the mandatory thing. So if you have an opportunity, like on campus interview or something, like please look onto pharma sector also. So there you will have a huge scope because normally in you will always focus on petrochemical, water purification, textile, paper. So so there is a lot of boom for pharmaceutical industry that I really want to highlight on that. Like, and second one I want to discuss is like on project management. Like you may have asked like why you did your bachelor's and master's in chemical engineering, like why you want to go for project management. So this is the area you have a lot of scope, and you can go to the business ladder in project management easy. In project management, you can understand the end-to-end process of any project, like from the initiation to the closing of project. So you will have a better control, and there will be a great opportunities for project management nowadays. For I would say last 6-7 years, there is a lot of demand for project management. So they are the one like who is instrumental role in handling the project and committing the project in a delivery timelines. So they are the one who is efficient in producing the project in 100%, not 100% efficiency. So I really want to advise this junior people or like fellow alumni, like if you get an opportunity in project management, just look on that. Like so there is a great demand for project management nowadays. Industry all over the industry, and especially pharmaceutical industry. So in pharmaceutical industry, everything is competitive. Like so, you want to launch the product in US, like first come first serve. So it's like whoever launches the product at first, they will have the huge benefit. That organization will have the huge benefit. So in that case, like we want to launch a project or close the project in a targeted timeline. So only project management have the efficiency to deliver this high critical project with applying project management techniques. So so if you get an opportunity in project management, don't be hesitant. Like so why I want to do project management, I understood, like, but I am highlighting there is also equal opportunities for chemical engineers in project management side also. So that's the one. And third one is like on books, like as Naren sir told me, I am a book. I always read books. Like last 2 years, like I'm a great fan of books. So like each book will teach you something. Like you can
Sesha
choose it.
Hariharan, Sesha Hariharan?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sorry. You should tell how many books have you read?
Last year I read around 60 books. Now I am in around 35 plus books. So I read all type of books. So it's up to you. Like you can choose whatever the topic you like. You can choose the engineering, your core subjects. Like it must be a novel or fiction, anything, thriller. Like, but the books will, like there are a lot of advantage of books. It is very difficult to explain. Like first of all, it will increase your concentration. Like and you can stick to that 1 hour. You don't want to do reading for all over the day, 24/7. It is not required. At least efficient 1 hour reading. I used to read only 1 hour per day. That will be suffice of requirement. Like you don't want to read 24/7. Like just pick some books, pick the genre what you like. It's your wish. Like but keep on updating your stuff. There are a lot of self improvement books. A lot of books are available in the market. Like so, and you can able to, there are a lot nowadays, there are a lot of Kindle and ebooks are available, so you can download in your mobile also. Just read some few pages. Like you get to know like what the author's perspective, like what is the author's advice for the fellow readers. Like see, all the books will not change you, even though if you read some for example, if you read one book, 95% you won't agree with the author, but there may be a one hint of advice, or like hint of lines that will change your perspective of how you treat your life, or like how to handle the problem. So there are a lot of books that are available. So maybe you can. I will post in LinkedIn. I'm active in LinkedIn, so I'm keep on posting. There are some of the good books. So if you have a time, and if you read this journal, like just please pick the book and spread the book. Whatever you're reading, if you like the book, or if you get the positivity, or like just share the information to fellow people. Like nowadays this reading books is in this current generation, it's getting lost. Like in 100%, maybe 2% people or 5% people will read books. Nobody wants to stick to the book. Nowadays it's a very digital world, like they want to read videos. Just read books. Like spread the information, like what you have read, to other people. Like it will surely influence so many people. Like the piece of advice which is shared by the author or anyone. Like so there are a lot of books that changed my life and my perspective, like how to handle that in a professional way and personal way also. So that's one piece of advice that I want to, like highlight to all. So I'm done. So like any other questions like?
Yeah. So
Oh,
this
okay.
was
I got
like a
some.
power-packed session. If every
Yeah.
minute, if every minute you are giving something, people have to first assimilate.
Okay.
But you can see the questions also. You are done with your part. We can then have
Yes.
interaction.
Yes. Yes. Yes, sir. I'm done with my part.
So you can see the questions. You want me to read or you?
No, I'm reading, sir. So
Yeah,
it's
you
from
can
her.
read it and then tell. Yeah.
So it's like Hariharan, Shivakumar, like what are the skills the project management learn to get into a project management? So it's like, I will, there are three questions. I will answer one by one. Like, first of all, like you need to, you are the, like, you're close to the management, first of all. Like you need to be, you need to be a bridge between the customer and management. So you need to understand, first of all, the scope of a project. Like, it is like more or less project management is like a people management, like so you need to understand the psychology of every people like you associated to project. Like you cannot be so rude also, you cannot be very lenient also. So you need to catch that middle line, like where you can get the extract the work, and also uh, because it's like it's more all like people management only. So I think I would say it's a people management skills are must important for project management, and understand the scope of a project. What are your deliverables for the project? So that is the I would say that these two skills are most important, and scope and cost also, like cost associated in project. So when you're dealing with like big project, so you need to have this cost impact also. Like so you need to keep on track, like whether it is exceeding the budget. If it's exceed the budget, the project management is answerable. So you cannot, there is a and the new product has been initiated, like there is a certain allocated budget associated from the management. So you cannot exceed that, like then you must be answerable. So these three part, people management, scope, cost, and quality of a project, I would say these three according to me. So what are the duties that you do as a project management during the tenure of a project? So it's like from the initial Hariran, like from the, we would get the proposal from the customer. So like we will make a RFP. There is something called RFP, request for proposal, from the customer, and the scope finalization also. So what are the deliverables for each project, to get that, what are the outcome? Like I don't want to go very deep technical. So we will chart that, and we do have a kickoff meeting with the customer, and every week we do have a call. And for example, if I want to launch the product in if you want to do a batch for a product in December, then the work should start 2 years back, because there are a lot of technical activities involved in that. So we need to give the proper timelines to management, like when the deliverables can be achievable. So that we will take care. And we do have a my payment like projections also. We do have, like every quarter, like we need to complete these timelines and deliverables, so that that the finance part also we need to take care. Like so these three, like so end of the goal is like to file the product. File means like in we usually do it for US market. So the regulatory market in US FDA. So we need to submit the product to the agency on the stipulated timeline. So we will take care of that. That is a major duty of project management, to have the goal in place. Is it essential to learn software like Power BI to get in project management? There are two things. I'm also doing one course. It's called PMP. It's a project management professional. So it is a globally certified course. So that is very important to train and get the certificate. And I would say this Microsoft project, it is enough. Like like it will suffice the requirement of project management. Like Hariran, I'm done. Like, do you want to add anything, or like, do you have any further questions?
Thank you, Hariran Anna. So That was helpful. Just to give you a brief, I was in consultancy line. I was doing the technical part, and there was always a tug of wars between project managers and the technical team. So
Yeah,
just
I know.
I wanted to actually hear from you about what are the problems that project managers face and what are the roles that they do, so that you can understand.
So
I can understand from your end.
I
Thank
would
you so
say
much.
major problem is from people only, not from machine or product also. So,
Yeah.
so because each person in involved in the cross-functional team will have each. He is having each priority. I'm doing one project that some other project management, his project also will be aligned. So first of all, we need to understand his priority, like what is his priority, and we need to support him. Actually, it's not like if like if you see in any meeting, like I know as a project management, we will always in that date and timelines. So first of all, we need to understand their problem, what problem they are facing, what is the support is required from the management, and like so that we need to take care of technical people. So it is easy to get a date, like you need to understand, you need to think in their shoes also, like so if they're telling no, my analysis of any, for example, some drug, it will take 7 days, means we need to understand why he's telling 7 days, what is the challenges he's facing. So so my biggest suggestion is like have a people management, have a nice rapport with people. That will resolve 50% problem. Remaining 50% is related to equipment and product.
Yep. Thank you so much, Na. Thank you.
Thanks, Hariran. So next question from Naren sir. So can you list same as 5 read books for a young student for 18-20 years? Sure, sir. So I would say one book which I recently read, maybe 2 months before, like it's called Sulk or Seize. Whether you're going to sulk it or seize the opportunity. So it is very, very simple book. Like it's from a Malaysian author. It's his name is Reina Venugopal. So that is one book I will say. And second book, like this monk who sold his Ferrari, Robin Sharma. It is also a very, very simple book. So that is also helpful for the like 18-20 age group people. And recently I read. Okay, I really want to. There is one book. It's called Stone. It's a very serious book, but it's Stone, Shame, and Depressed from Josana, one author from India. Like it explore the like how teenagers, like how they are addicted to phone and what is the consequence from that. Like the facts which she explained in the books are so much shocking. I know for 18 to 19 people, like nowadays, all these people, including me, also like very phone addictive and social networking and all those stuff. Like so, so that books will tell the teenagers, like if you see the facts and data, what she like presented in the book, it is shocking, seriously shocking. Like so that is one book I would say. And second one, fourth one is The Alchemist, the Paulo Coelho. Like that book is very, very, it will give a lot of hopes to younger generation people. So in that book, so he will search for the treasure. Like he will cross all the deserts, all those hurdles, but still he have the hope to attain his like dream. So that I will say. And final book, like same journal, like it is called Good Days from Benjamin. Like that movie is going to come in few months in Malayalam, and it's going to come in Tamil also. It is a book suggested by Kamal Hassan. So it is also same thing. Like it is like how this Kerala man goes to Middle East and he's trapped in that UAE and with harsh condition, and he is treated very badly, and he lost so much weight and he becomes so thin. And the end of the day, like he waited for around 2 years he will be put inside a desert, but he's had the hope, like oh, yeah, my life will change. Like I will wait for that moment. Like so that book also I will suggest for the teenagers like 18 to 19 years age. So is it okay, sir?
Yeah, fantastic. Many of these are new also, especially the one that you said about effects of mobile or overuse of mobile is something I have not heard that book.
Yeah, it's like it's from the teenagers people, basically from 13 to 19 year age, like that how our society now all those mobile effects, how they lost the concentration, how it distract their goal. It's very nice book, like I recently read.
Fine. Good. Carry on.
So next question, this is Rahul from 2020 batch. My first question is difference from the role of tech transfer in API and formulation drug companies. Okay, so I would say API is active pharmaceutical ingredient. So in API, there are a lot of chemical process involved compared to formulation. API is the key element for the formulation. So in tech transfer, for chemical engineers, API is the biggest scope because there are a lot of criticalities in the API. Like it's like API is what I told. Like API is a key input for formulation. So you need to achieve the specific criteria, like particle size distribution should be in this range, and my impurity should be in this range. My assay is in this range. In API, major unit operation will be a reaction and distillation, filtration, drying, all the stuff will be there. So in each unit operation, this will be chemical engineer plays an important role. So he will tell for this product, for this unit operation, this kind of MOC is required, and how much filtration how much solvent we need to add, how much drying should we need to done. So all your heat transfer, mass transfer, all those stuff will plays a role in API. Like I would say, like compared to formulation. So my advice is like instead of going very deep, just if you go to any company, they won't ask you to derive the formula on that. Just be strong in the basics. That would be enough. Like they don't want to derive the Fourier's law, the chemical reaction engineering principle. You just explain. That is important, I would say, but in a day-to-day life or day-to-day operation, like these key small fundamentals like pH, how to identify the pH, or like how pH will plays an important role in the reaction. So small lot of, I would say, like including me also, I struggle in my initial days, like so we keep on adding all those complex, and we forgot to like to understand the importance of fundamentals that would plays an important role. So in this, chemical engineer plays an important role in API compared to formulation drug. Formulation drug is basically, it's like it's a kind of a reaction. You put everything like API and supporting chemical like excipients, we would call, like for keep the drug in a stable condition, or each excipients has a key criteria, key functionality. So that it's just a mixing of everything, and like put it into the whatever the formulation. If you want injectable, they will mix everything and put it in the like I'm just telling in a layman language, like you put it in the vial, or if you want ophthalmic, they put it into the ophthalmic container, or if you want to do oral solid drug, they will do this compressing and everything and all. It's just a mixing of everything, but there also chemical engineers plays a role. Comparatively, API as a key elements of chemical engineering, because in API you have multiple steps involved in that. It's not very simple like formulation. In formulation, there are other challenges. It's like sterility, microbial control, all those things. How to control the microbes, because this formulation, it's directly going for human use. In the API, you can play with everything, but in formulation, you cannot play like that. Like it will directly, the patient will inject or you will take orally. So API will have a huge opportunity for chemical engineers compared to formulation. Rahul, is this okay, or do you want to add anything?
Yeah, I got your point. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Rahul. Okay. So next question is Ashwin. So what do you think about the career growth rate in pharmaceutical industry line? So so I cannot tell the rate exactly, but there is a lot of opportunities out there, like because including me, like when I landed in pharmaceutical industry, like you know what, like I don't know, like there is some industries called pharmacy. I know it is there, but I didn't aware that like there is a lot of scope for chemical engineers. Like they can play a multiple role in chemical like pharmaceutical industry. So, but there is a lot of good opportunities, Ashwin. Like because nowadays after food, medicines are important. So we dependent on medicines as like food. So there is a globally demand for pharmaceutical industry, and there are a lot of pharmaceutical industries booming up. Like in Tamil Nadu, yeah, few are there, but if you go for Hyderabad, Bangalore, Ahmedabad, like if you go for northeast side, like there are a lot of pharmaceutical companies are there. So I would say you will have bright opportunity in pharmaceutical industries. Ashwin?
Okay, thank you. I think I got your point. Thank you.
Okay. Next from Rahul. Is it necessary to take pharmaceutical engineering course for technical service person in early stage career? If yes, how it helps them to grow in career? Rahul, like, correct me if I'm wrong. So your question is based on like, you want to go for a hardcore chemical engineering in pharmaceutical. Like for that, you are asking anything, any course which you want to do, correct, right?
Yes, Anna.
See, I would, there is no separate course for if you want to, I mean, for project management and other things, there is things which you need to do this to add the certification and all, but I don't think for pharmaceutical, there is not any specific course or that. It's basically to, to strong on your basics and all these chemical engineering principles, that suffices the requirement. And I would say if you go for chemical engineering tech transfer thing, like there is a lot of softwares are there, like like they will simulate the process. I forgot the names, few of them. Like when before 5 years, I had an opportunity to see that. Like so there are a lot of software courses out there, simulation course. So if you go to industry, then you can update those stuff. Like before that, there is not such requirement, but that basics and fundamentals are important. Rahul, there is no any specific course is required. As per my experience, I'm telling Rahul.
So one more last question from my side. So how to handle NPD as a technology transfer person, and what is the unique thing you see in the pharma industry with the other chemical engineering industry?
Sorry, can you repeat again? I missed in between.
So how to handle
Rahul, can you repeat the question?
New product. Anna, am I audible to you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, now it's audible. Yeah.
Okay. How to handle new product development as a technology transfer person, and what is the unique thing you see in the pharma industry with other chemical engineering industry?
Okay. So new product development, it is where like 90% chemical engineering contributions are there. I would say not 90%, more than that. Because when you develop a new thing, you will face a lot of challenges. What I mentioned in earlier meeting, like, so if you're scaling up from lab scale to big scale, like there may be hundreds of factors involved in the process. So in lab scale, everything works fine. But in a big scale, there are multiple, like unknown criteria will act upon, like the heating, cooling, sudden heating, cooling, or like mixing reactions, stir speed, example. Like so, these were the thing like chemical engineers plays a potential role in tech transfer. So basically, tech transfer is you are transferring the technology from the lab scale to the industrial scale. So these were the area like where chemical engineers are unique for this role. So no other people can fit for this. Only chemical engineers. I can probably say that. Rahul, is this okay?
Yeah, and the one more is what is the unique thing you see in the pharmaceutical industry with the other chemical industry?
See, unique thing is like pharma industry is like it's highly growing. See, compared to chemical industry, like so I worked in chemical for industry for few years in lecithin manufacturing company. So that hardships, right? Like shift change is there also there, but here it will be everything is controllable. It's a because you need to adhere to the GMP policies, good manufacturing, and you need to adhere to the all these US FDA requirements and everything. So, so you don't want to suffer a lot. I won't say suffer, but physically, it will be easier to work in pharmaceutical industry. The chemical exposure, it won't be there so much in pharmaceutical industry compared to chemical industry. And the growth rate and the career growth rate also will be very high in pharmaceutical industry. And yeah, your salary pay also will be reasonably high compared to normal chemical industry, normal petrochemical and other industry.
Yeah, fine. You can go to the next question.
Okay. Venkat Sharma.
No, I think did you answer the question of Venkat? Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, Venkat, yeah. Yeah, Venkat.
What impact do deadlines have your role? As pharma is a critical industry when compared to industry. So if you miss the deadline, so you will lose the product launch in the stipulated timeline, and some other people. So it's like a competitive feel, Venkat. Like so everyone will come up with their own drug and launch in the market. So if you miss one thing, if you miss the deadline, and some other 10 people will come before you and they will launch it, so you will lose the customers. That's a end goal. So you will lose a customer, and for example, it's highly cost wise. The pharma, each vial costs so much value. Like so, if you're making tons and tons of vials, like you will lose the customers. Then someone will take that opportunity. So that is the one thing, Venkat. So next is if anyone has queries, just interrupt me. Like I will add, and I will move on to next questions. Like next is Rahul. Is it possible to get in pharma industry after? Yeah, you can, Rahul. You can. Like there is a lot of opportunity. So the basic principle is same, like chemical industry, like same principle you're following pharma industry, but in a different set of parameters. There is a possibility, a lot of possibility. So next is Shashank. Hello, Anna. This is Shashank. I'm glad to see a bookworm in Billable Alumni. Is there any bonds or contract that is given by Singapore government if you wish to study? So there is a bond, Shashank, but it's a big topic. So so we will discuss this offline because there is a big procedure involved in that. So I don't want this. It will take around half an hour time. We will discuss offline in LinkedIn or WhatsApp. Is this okay, Shashank?
Yeah, no, okay, no, sure.
Since your good work experience, how much MBA is required for chemical engineering? For project management, I don't think MBA is not that much mandatory. But if it is an MBA, if you have MBA, then your pay scale will differ from other project manager. It partially, it may act. It works. If you have an MBA in your degree, your pay scale will differ from other project managers. And you can because in the MBA they will teach so many things like project management stuff, no operational. So the pay scale may have a huge difference. Will be a pay scale, I would say. So next is Mohan Raj. What motivates to do master's chemical engineering after joining Indsutry? Mohan Raj, like I worked in Accenture. Like, yeah, I don't like IT seriously, like because we need to work in multiple time zones for US customers. Like it will be hard. Like so that triggers me to do a master's chemical engineering, and I really want to do because I really want to land in chemical engineering, not hardcore, but somewhere related to chemical engineering. Like so that's a trigger for doing chemical engineering in masters in chemical engineering in US. The chemical we aspire to work in petrochemical, petroleum refining, water treatment. How to get informed about the pharma industry? Can you give some thoughts on? So maybe I will drop, if you can connect me with LinkedIn, I will drop you a list of big companies, and there are a lot of because the major thing is like exposure of pharma industry only. Like I will drop you what are the big industry they're taking recruiting. I can able to share those information like Mohan. So basically that's the key factor that is missing in recruitment also. So major companies, pharma companies, they're not taking bulk recruitment in pharma also. I mean, like in colleges. So I will share you the information if you can connect me in LinkedIn. So Vignesh, as per your description of a job nature, you have been shifting jobs often. You have been shifting as it be a talking point during HR interview around it. I didn't shift very often. Like I was shifting after 4 years now, and before that it's 3 years. So unless until if you fit for the role, it doesn't matter. Like if it does matter if you shift very often within a year. So if you're doing for 3 years, 4 years, because normally people will jump from one company to other company for a better opportunities or better and to learn something. So I don't think for me it didn't happen like as.
Okay,
Vignesh.
probably what I actually wanted to mean is that the changing nature of your jobs. In the sense, initially you worked at pharma, then you went to project management. Now you are continuing as a project manager. So that nature, like, was it versatile when you spoke in the interview with the HR?
And so, as I said, no, like, see, project management, I had a pharma industry experience. So that kind of role they want to have, like they want prerequisites as someone who knows the pharma industry to fit into a project management. Since I do have a both, so I had an easy transition.
Okay, yeah, got it. Thank you.
Any other question, team?
Right. I think all the written questions you have finished, I suppose.
Yes.
Right. So if anybody have questions, you can also unmute and ask. Right. So I'm assuming people will think for a minute. So I'll give them the chance of...
I think I made your evening as interesting.
Yes.
So I shared a bit of
I'm
knowledge.
only impressed with how much 60 books. So you are reading more than a book per week. The rate of book reading is more than one book per week. I'm
Normally
assuming every book is about at least 200 pages.
Yeah, actually, I had a target. No, I would say target, but I used to read 2 books in a day. Like morning, one set of books like self-improvement or like like very active books. Like in evening time, I used to have this fiction novels, thriller. So in the morning, your brain will be very active. You can intake all those good stuff. In evening time, you cannot focus that much. And one more advantage, sir, like I used to have a 2 hours travel from my home to my company. So I will take this, you make use of this time. Like I had a Kindle, I had a tab. So I just pick on those, like instead of, watching
So you read
videos.
in the soft copy or you read as a hard copy?
Both, sir. Like it depends. Both. I'm versatile in reading both.
So that's fine. And you read in Tamil also or only in English?
No. Tamil also, because a lot of good stuff in Tamil. Because the book which I changed my life, which made me to trigger to read a book is Ponniyin Selvan. So I read 3 times that book. So I read 3 times. It has 2,500 pages. So because I started reading in lockdown, so it triggers me to read that. Like the Kalki's version, Kalki's way of writing is Tamil literature, Tamil handling the plot.
So there's one question somebody has thought and put it.
Yeah.
So maybe we can take that.
This Ajay from this question based on you might came across design multiplication. How does the role of chemical engineering in design work and traditional process oriented role? What specific design skill and proficiency are typically required in some design-oriented chemical jobs. Some wanted to know about the role, right? Rahul, sorry, what's his name? I forgot. One second. Ajay, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Ajay.
Ajay. So Ajay, I got your question, but I'm not exact subject matter expertise to answer this question because I didn't handle this whatever the design oriented job. For traditional process oriented, I would say like it's a day-to-day activities, like it's the same like process oriented roles, because it's a pre-set up process. You need to handle the process. You might be in shift.
Hello.
So you need to execute the product. That kind of. Am I audible, sir?
You can continue.
Yeah. So
Yeah, you continue.
so Ajay, like for this, yeah, okay, sir. Sir, for a design-oriented job in chemical engineering, so I may not be a very right person for that. So there are a lot of, like my friends, my batch mates are there who still doing excellent job in design oriented. Maybe I will drop you your question to them. So if I get some response, I will share it to you, Ajay. Next question from Rahul. What is the process safety in pharma industry from your that is critical, Rahul, because for API industries there you will use a lot of solvents, so everything lies on safety only. If you any industry, for any irrespective of any chemical industry or petrochemical, safety comes first. So in this case, pharma industry, you need to understand the two type of safety. One is like in industry, are you doing the process in a safer condition, and second is safety of patients, safety of end users, because it's whatever the drug you are injecting, it is directly in your veins or blood, so it will have a serious impact. Product safety also very important. If you are violating this all those things, it will put you in a situation that the agency will close your industry. So there are nowadays there are a lot of cases also happen, like because of lack of process safety, you can have a situation like they may close the whole company also. Like safety comes first in pharma industry in terms of process safety also and product safety also. You cannot play with the life of people.
Fine. So any more question? Okay. So I think there are no other questions. If there are no other questions, I just want to have, is anybody wants to give a feedback or kind of your reflection? Thank you to the senior, or I'll just go to close the session.
So this is Vignesh here.
Yeah,
Hello?
Elar, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Thank you so much for your valuable insights. Like I knew chemical engineers would be in pharma industry, but from pharma to project management, it was all a very mixed life, whatever you had. So thank you so much for the insights that you dropped in pharma. Thank you so much.
So that's why my topic is unconventional.
Yeah, it's really unconventional. Yeah, agree.
So you have my main agenda is like, so yeah, there are multiple opportunities for chemical. You don't want to stick into petrochemical or like water treatment or paper, textile. There is also some big thing is booming up, like in other flip side of coin. So I want to touch that.
Since I guess you have experience in R&D, quality as well as production, so you'll probably be the best guy out there for project management. So
Yeah.
all the best to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So I got one question for Naveen.
Okay.
Now Naveen has responded to a question asked by others.
Okay. Got it. Thanks, Naveen, for clarifying then. Sorry, Ajay, I'm not very hardcore chemical engineer, so I don't want to misguide you.
Right. So that's nice. So with this, we will end this alumni meet of today's, and I'm very happy again to have people across different time zones, different years, uh, including the current students who have come up for the alumni meet. And I'm sure that we will have many such interesting talks. And this is once again to emphasize to all the current students, when the speakers who are coming, like be it Sesha Hariharan or somebody else, 30 speakers who have spoken so far, when they were actually doing their undergraduate, they did not have this great opportunity of alumni meet. Right. This is something that the current students post pandemic is what you are experiencing. Maybe when you grow out, when you graduate, you will realize what this alumni meet series have done to you. It is not only about networking, it helps you to reflect your thoughts on how you want to build your career. So I wish that all the current students will take full leverage of such an opportunity, which I'm not sure in any other school or a student association we have it in such a scale of 30 alumni meets being conducted over a span of 2-3 years.
So, Naren sir, I want to add two
Yeah.
more minutes after. Yeah, just finish it. I will add to the. I want to tell something to fill up.
I only wish that the students join and the students also become raise their queries. There is nothing like a bad doubt or a good doubt. A question is a question. It is neither bad nor good. Only the questions which are not asked is bad. Every question that is being asked, that is being written, it's a fine. So yeah, Sesha Hariharan, carry on.
So yeah, as Naren sir told, so when I graduated from 2012. When I did my chemical engineering, we don't have smartphones. Literally, we don't have smartphones, and we do, like nowadays, like you people, not I also have, but when I did my undergrad, like we used to rely on class notes, books, literally. So in the 2013 or 14, that smartphones booming up. Like so, nowadays the technology is in your pockets. So if you have any doubt, you can just Google it and you can resolve your queries. But for us, it's not like that. So we survey. I don't say it's harsh condition, but we do have other advantage also. Like we will listen the class properly, not like rely on. We do have pros and cons, but make use of the technology in a right way. Don't get distracted. Yeah. So I want to give the 2-3 advices to. I won't say advice, like my intake, what I want to convey to them. Just invest in LinkedIn. That's a very powerful tool. So you are investing in so many gadgets or like everything, like just update your LinkedIn to premium. So that will help in job search very much. That's a very powerful tool. And second thing is like have a networking, have an interaction with your fellow seniors or like fellow colleagues or because networking is a very important media to get into any company. So if you apply any jobs with HR, it will take its own time. But if you have a friend or your senior working in company, that will help you for the easy transition to get into your job. So third one is what Naren sir told, like when we had like in 2012, we don't have this alumni meet, nothing we do have. Like we rely on professors' notes or like we rely on books, we rely on class notes. That's all. Nowadays, you have an ample amount of information to get for advice or any sources. Make use of technology in a wiser way. So if you use the technology in a bad way, it will have a hazard effect, like what I told in the book. So please use of technology. So that will help you. If you want to go for, have the clear scope, like what you want to go for your life. If you want to go for a master's or a higher education, go for that. Like if you want to go for like work, like go for that. Like don't sit in a middle thing, like that will have a confusion. Don't worry about like what people will say, like what others will think. If you want to go for chemical engineering, go for it. So when I do a master's in chemical engineering, I do have objection from so many people, but I was very sure like I want to do that, like because I taken a risk and take a huge loan from the bank and went there and had a clear goal. So even the whole universe is telling like whatever you're doing is wrong. If your parents and you, whoever is meant for you, for them it's matters. It doesn't matter. Like 1,000 people will tell 1,000 things. If you have a strong vision and like this is what I want to achieve, it will surely happen. That universe will guide you. In alchemy, it was one thing, one quote I written. When you have this vision, that you put your dedication and hard work every day and day out, surely the universe will lead you to that position. It may take 1 year or 10 years or 20 years or 50 years, but it will surely happen. So believe in your process. Don't be goal oriented. Nowadays, everyone was goal oriented. Like I want to achieve so much mark. I want to place in a high salary package. So believe in a process. That process will lead to your destination goal. So that process will take 10 years. What I suggest, it may take so much time, but it will surely lead you to your destination goal. So don't worry about. First of all, don't compare yourself with fellow people. So everyone has their own path. Everyone has their own destination, own journey. So enjoy your journey. So that's what I want to say. Like, so you guys are so lucky. So what Naren sir is conducting alumni meet, because when we used to have in our college days, we have only our seniors, only one set we do have a interaction, but not very regular basis, because we are not equipped with mobile gadgets or like WhatsApp or whatever stuff. Like we have this the black and white mobile. We used to have a text message only. We would have a restriction of 100 message only. For any doubts also, we need to message. And nowadays you guys have a lot of, you must have your own batch WhatsApp group and all. Interact with seniors and update. If you want to go for chemical engineering, output chemical engineering, read seminars, read journal papers, attend seminars, and LinkedIn, you search for that, whatever you want to. For example, if you want to do petrochemical, learn about that, what are the industries are coming up, what are the products they are launching, and read about their business strategies also. Like, so update yourself, because these are key parameters, are critical parameters that industries are looking at. They don't want to be, what I said is that fundamentals are very, very important. In day-to-day life, they will not ask you derive the 4 years law, chemical reaction engineering principle. They won't ask. These small fundamentals, this will surely help you. So please focus on fundamentals. Like, that is my one advice will give to all chemical engineering people. So I wish you all the best. So if you want any clarification and any doubts, feel free to contact me in LinkedIn. I'm very active on LinkedIn. So you can text me. I will drop you within 24 hours. I can able to drop you 24 hours, and we have a contact in WhatsApp. Generally, one thing is like share the information. Like, so if for one information which is coming to you, like if it is not relevant to you, what Naren sir will do, if you also will be in the group, like he will share the multiple opportunities, it may not relevant to you also. Just share with your fellow students or for someone it will be a turning point in their life. So that's all, sir. So wish you all the best, everyone. Like I would like to, meet you all soon, and we will have a multiple alumni meet.
So you will come to the alumni meet. Hariharan wants to just add. Hariharan, go ahead.
Yeah, this is especially for the current students and just passed out students. So what Sesha told with regard to LinkedIn is very correct. Start connecting from now, because I would like to quote an example from my own life where my previous company, when I was being interviewed, there were 2 rounds. And after the first round, when I was meeting the technical team, I was connected on LinkedIn with a lot of people by then. So I found that particular person who was going to interview me had a mutual friend with me, which was a very close friend of a family friend of mine. I contacted that person, and both of them were doing their MBA in the same university. So that was really helpful for me to get my next job. So that's how powerful the LinkedIn tool is. You really don't know who is going to help you. So just keep connecting, even if you don't know the person. Start talking with them. And once they're connected, if you think that you need to talk to them in person, ask if we could go for a coffee or something like that and meet people. So that would really help you a lot in your career. Thank you.
Same thing, Hariharan. Like, I really want to add one more minute. Like, so next job which I'm going to go, like, I had one stranger which he messaged me. So he really wants to have to check whether any opportunities are there for his relative in a company. And I asked, like, is there any opportunities in your company is so he told there are one opportunities there, openings are there. So I just mailed my resume. So within half a day, I got a call from HR. Next day, the interview process, and within 2 days, I got an offer letter. So that some stranger came like an angel. So I don't know. I never met him also. So he's like just random message only, like, "Hi, how are you?" Like, so it became a big opportunity. That company, that's my dream company. Like, so just have a good interaction. There is some thing called LinkedIn Premium. Spend some amount for LinkedIn Premium. So you're spending so much for multiple things, like 10,000 per year. It will change your life. And until like you get a job opportunity, just enroll in LinkedIn Premium. It will be very, very helpful. So thanks, Hariharan, and thanks, Naren.
Okay. So with this, we will end today's Google Meet, and thanks to all of you for joining this meet. Thank you, Hariharan. I'll just stop the recording.
Thanks, everybody.